Saturday morning didn't see much change at the top, with Damien Cole still leading and still reporting problems with the slipping clutch. It was looking like a case of preserve the car and get to that finish ramp. Despite competing in an outdated car compared to his rivals, Mark Jasper was still going well, and still second after the morning loop of stages. John Stone was working his way up the points again, the car suiting the Manx lanes well, third after stage 8. This means that Dave Price is pushed down a place to 4th. Still a good position to be in, as he only scored a single point in round 1. And David Hardy rounds off the top 5 at the end of the day's first leg. A different loop of stages for leg 3, and it would still be Damien Cole who was holding on to the lead, with most of his clutch problems coming at the stage start and finish, where the car needed to gain momentum from standstill. In a further push, John Stone moves up yet another place into second, closing in on Cole with just a couple of stages remaining, but almost pushing a little too hard in places. This moves teammate Jasper down into 3rd place in the Metro. Dave Price holds on to his 4th place, but this time chasing him down in 5th was Chris Marshall in the Evo, after David Hardy retired on stage 12 with fuel pump problems. A final loop of stages remain now, and there wouldn't be any change at the top, with Chris Marshall taking the 5th spot. Dave Price a worthy 4th place at the end of this difficult event. Mark Jasper did a good job of hanging on to the results and takes 3rd place. John Stone took 2nd, a good result considering the frustrating problems he had been having this weekend. But winners of the Manx National Rally were Damien Cole and Craig Drew, overcoming the car's clutch issues and keeping it clean and tidy to take their first win of the season in the Focus.
We did the first stage with a slipping clutch, so I had to back off and we dropped a minute, just about a minute through the first stage, and we managed to keep it going all day. It's been hard work on the road sections because we got rid of the slipping clutch, but then we had virtually no clutch at all for the road section, so no pedal travel, so we had to try and keep moving at traffic lights and roundabouts and couldn't stop.
Last night we've sort of stopped for a minute and a half on 2 stages, separate occasions, so we've had a real good fight back, so it's just a pity we couldn't match Damien, but we've had a good battle with Mark all day and enjoyed it. Yeah, it's been good.
Fantastic. And how have you found the car over here?
Superb, absolutely superb.
Not too nervous?
Not at all. No, it's spot on. It's we can't get any better. It's fantastic.
Brilliant. So what were the problems last night?
Me. Rubbish at handbraking really, and stole the car and stuff like that, so we've just sort of settled down and, you know, got back into a rhythm, and yeah, it's been fantastic, really enjoyed it.
So this is how the championship looked after round 2. Round 3 heads north to the Jim Clark Rally in the Scottish Borders, and another 2-day event. 3 stages on Friday and a further 8 gruelling tarmac tests on Saturday. Andy Fenwick and Lee Tyndall arrived as one of the favourites here this weekend. Previous winners of the event, they always go well, and this weekend would be no different. The Subaru pair opening up a good lead after the first of the day's stages. Fastest on the short Duns special stage was David Kynaston, proving that when the car is working, it is capable of some great times. 2nd at the end of day 1.
Flat left 100, to turn square right over cobbles. 100, over bump. 50. And K left and right 3 over roundabout. Through gap and right 3 over roundabout. Extended.
Simon Major returns after missing the last round. His ambition for the year to win the national rally in his Mark II Escort. Settling in straight away with a solid third place. Feeling slightly off the pace and for no apparent reason, John Stone holds 4th place at the end of day 1. Left thinking overnight about how he can pick up the pace for the second day of competition. New championship contender Michael Glendinning finished the day in 5th.
The second stage Abbeys and Bathams were always historically quick. We'll get dialed in really quick and we're on it and it seemed to work great. A few places I backed off I shouldn't have and I was keep apologising to Lee, but he was struggling to get the notes out in some places. The pace was that quick. Went to Fogo, or Polworth, sorry. Had a quick stage in there. So, but tomorrow you're back out on like the open roads where the faster cars. That's a driver stage where our class is a driver stage, our Abbeys and Bathams. And I think tomorrow the Audis and, you know, joking aside, your Mark IIs will just be, I think, quicker than us on those type of stages, you know. But pleased, I'm very pleased.
Not going quite quick enough. Andy Fenwick is probably 20 seconds in front of us, I think, at this moment. But tomorrow, hopefully, we'll take some of that back off him. Yeah.
So tomorrow we're hearing it's going to be wet. So strategy is play it safe?
Oh, absolutely. We need some points. We've had 2 non-finishes. We need to get some points now. So we've got to get to the finish. Maybe just take it a bit cautious tomorrow, especially if it's wet up here.
So reliability has been the issue really so far. How's the car running? Is it problems that you've fixed? Is it things that you know you can put your finger on?
We've had problems, not on this event, but the last 2 events, yeah. This event, everything's running just fine at the moment.
On to day 2 now, and Andy Fenwick continued his dominance of the event. A previous winner here, his knowledge of the stages proved a real bonus on the testing border lanes. After a good night's sleep, John Stone had found something extra, picking up the pace and even posting the fastest time on the 3rd stage of the day. He moves up to 2nd place. Simon Major was still holding on to his 3rd place, keeping the WRC drivers on their toes using brute force and willpower. Problems yet again from the 1st stage for Damien Cole, the car stuck in 6th gear, forcing him to use the manual shift for the rest of the event. He managed to claw his way back up to 4th place over the morning stages. George Mackey ends the morning in 5th place, getting a good rhythm over the stages this weekend. Missing from the results after retiring in this morning's loop was David Kynaston, the Audi developing a small engine problem, signalling yet another retirement. Over the middle loop of the day, it all changed at the top as we lose event leader Andy Fenwick, retiring when the brakes on the car started to lock up at the start of the stage.
You either just drag it through the stage and we'll have a look after. We'll pull up over here. Right, stop there. Stop in the car.
This meant that we had a new leader, Simon Major in the Mark II Escort. But with the rain starting to fall, and 300 brake horsepower through the rear wheels, it would be a tall order to keep that lead. Chasing Major down for that rally lead was Damien Cole. However, switching to the manual shift lost him the handbrake, which was causing problems on the tight junctions. Luckily not too many of those to negotiate, and he moved up to 2nd place.
Okay, well done.
Okay, no panic, don't panic. Two ended. Keep left, that's the tightest one. Keep left of the flat crest. 40, slow right 2, immediate left 5, chevron.
John Stone dropped a little time with a puncture on the Swinton stage and slipped down into 3rd place. Michael Glendinning moved back up a few places and into 4th. Meanwhile, we lose George Mackey from 5th place after he lost control of the car at a chicane and collided with a telegraph pole, forcing him to retire and meaning 5th place was now occupied by Steve Cressy in the Subaru. The final leg of the event now, and with the finish in sight, Jim Sharp moved up into 5th place. Another driver not to have finished round 1, he would be glad of these points. Michael Glendinning also needed the points, having not registered for the first 2 events. He finishes in 4th place. John Stone didn't quite manage to get back on the pace quick enough, but he holds out for a respectable 3rd overall. Simon Major had his fears realised on the final loop as the rain fell, dropping him from his top spot and meaning he would have to settle for 2nd place. So winners of the Jim Clark National Rally are Damien Cole and Craig Drew, the 2nd win of the season for the pair, and despite mechanical problems with the Focus.
Yeah, we've had a bit of an eventful day. The paddle went again on the 2nd stage halfway through, so Craig had to take the pin out of the handbrake and change it into a gear stick, so we've had to drive it like that the rest of the day, so it's been quite difficult.
So talk us through the last day, because obviously you weren't even sure you were going to start today's stages.
No, they managed to repair it overnight, so we started this morning. It was fine on the first stage and we had the fastest time, and then I think it was the first time through Eccles it failed again halfway through, so then we just had to drive it like that the rest of the day. The worst thing was no handbrake, so all the tight hairpins we've had to drive around them, and there was one on one of the stages where twice we had to stop and reverse because it just physically wouldn't drive around the hairpin.
Michael, pleased with your first outing in this car? Yes, very pleased.
2nd place, what a fantastic result today.
Oh yeah, I have to say, you know, we'd have definitely settled for that at the beginning of the day, but I can't help feeling a bit disappointed because obviously we did get into the lead for a brief amount of time, but then this horrible wet stuff come along and spoiled it for us, so we just couldn't get any grip obviously, and we had some great tyres on the car supplied by Steve Hartness. I have to say a big thanks to him, but obviously we got 300 brake on tap and only 2 wheels to drive this thing along. So
all the problems before the rally and actually getting here and putting this result down, it's fabulous for the championship obviously.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we've still got a good chance at the championship obviously, and you know, we've had 2 podiums. It would be nice to win one of these though, but I have to say we've had a great time. First time me and Ash have sat together, we just had a fantastic time, had a right laugh, and we look forward to, you know, getting out there again sometime.
Well done, enjoy the result guys.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Let's take a look at how the championship looks ahead of round 4.